I partnered with a multimillionaire I've never met in person, scaled a software company to $100,000 a month completely online together, and today we're meeting for the first time face to face.
Y'all haven't met before yet? No. Want to go to the bathroom? You should just go to the bathroom. She's like, yo, it's great to meet you. Business partner. You're going off the property. Oh, no. Yo. I posed on a phone. I pocket. He's about to handle me, dog. He's about to handle me. Oh.
Yo, Renzo's not part of this, bro.
Dylan low-key strong. Goddamn.
How we feeling, Renzo?
Dude, I'm tired of shit, hungry as shit. Whose idea was 9:15 p.m. dinner?
Actually, here's my idea. We take $1,000, you put it on the green 0, and if you win, you get like 35x back. Okay. So we take 1,000, we turn it into 35,000, then we take the 35,000 and we put it back on the green. And what's 35 times 35? 1.2 million.
Let's have a fucking night, boys. And then we split it.
Or we could pay our taxes down.
Yeah, that's actually a better idea. I would love that. Oh, you got the butterfly.
Butterflies.
One in every 5 is spicy, but the rest are not spicy. So let's all have one, you included, and let's see who gets the spicy one, okay?
All right, boys.
If none of us get the spicy one, of all 4 of us, it means we're incredibly lucky and we're going to the casino. Ready? Cheers. No one's good? No one's spicy? Dude, we are 100% putting $1,000 on green and turning it to $1 million. Let's do it. You ever spent on a first date? $500 on the first date.
That's light, bro. Yeah.
How much? Like that girl. What's the most you ever spent on a first date?
Like 50?
50? Yeah. That's more than I thought.
And then strawberry choice selection. Alright, that makes it look crazy.
$750. Extremely light dinner, actually.
Yeah.
Best part, business meal. A lot of business talk today, right, boys?
Business talk.
Yes.
Major moves, bro. Major moves. Okay, it's a new day out here in Vegas. Had a good dinner with Dylan yesterday, and then just straight up crashed because I was tired as shit. So about to go to the casino, because apparently there's a little coffee shop underneath it. Yeah, it's crazy people are waking up at a Saturday morning and going straight to the casino. I've never been a big gambler myself just because, like, especially like in high school, college, I had no money. So I definitely did not want to risk losing anything, but maybe I'm just judging from the outside because I've never really gambled before myself. Looks very interesting. Nice.
What's up, man?
Oh, you got the dog?
What up, my boy?
Yo, what's up, man? Welcome to Casa de Dylan.
It's like R&B. Oh shit.
I feel like this is like coffee shop vibes. Yeah. Like people who are like a little, like moderately depressed. Wait, can you sing?
Nah, I wish.
That would have been so you would have had to have like a second person. Like you would have had like your little moderately depressed girlfriend with you. But yeah, we'll go shoot some of this out in the desert.
Renzo's low-key a killer, bro. He's been waiting for this moment.
About to snipe all y'all.
You got the killer jacket on the back.
got Ibby all the way over there. We're just leaving him.
All right, so we accidentally left Ibby way back there. So I'm just gonna go. Obviously, we're playing with him, but I'm gonna go until we can't see him anymore, and then like wait a couple minutes and come back. So. Ibby! 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 We're looking for you, bro. It's also getting it's actually getting dark now.
Yes, we gotta find him. Oh shit!
Oh, I see him. He's on the right. He's on the right. I see him.
Where?
He's over there.
How far?
Like literally.
Should I just drive over
take
there?
that path right there. I see him walking.
Bro, dude, I am so sorry. Dude, we literally actually tried to come back and get you. Did you see us driving around?
No, I called an Uber. I was like, fuck these guys.
There's no phone service out here.
Fuck you, bro. It's 2 minutes away.
Really?
Asshole.
Alright, cool. Alright, bro. Sounds good. Oh, dude, I'm so sorry, man.
No, I was playing, bro.
We actually have been trying to find you. Like, we were going down all these pathways, and it's been probably 2.5 hours.
I was like, Loki's getting dark, bro. It's they're taking this joke a little too far.
No, so we turned around. Like,
did you not see me, bro? I was throwing rocks for like 20 minutes.
Dude.
How much are we up right now?
Alright, so I put in 2,000 and I came out with 3,600. So I'll call that a pretty good day in 5 minutes.
We're up right now.
Drop service and be a full-time gambler. All right, it's day 3. Boys wanted to run a Ferrari for whatever reason. What's good, sir?
Yo, what's up, man? Good, man? Ready to rock?
Let's do it. All right, Dylan. How much was this car again?
So I think if you go and look online right now, it'll probably be about 400K, depending on how many miles are on it.
Marketing paying for it.
Yeah.
All right, Dylan. So what is your first impression of me?
So my first impression of you when we first connected is that you are good at content, right? You understand how to get content. That's really all I saw of you.
Yeah.
And, you know, I didn't really talk with you that much. I talked mostly with Ibby at first, right? You're kind of like the man behind the scenes, and he was your gatekeeper.
Exactly. Let him do all the talking.
But yeah, you understand how to communicate a message to an audience in a way that helps them level up or helps them understand what you do and what you sell. So that's cool.
So from your perspective, what made you want to partner with me and Ibrahim?
You guys get it? There's just something as far as being online and audience, younger demographic, you guys get it in a way that I don't understand. Even just the slang, you're like, yo, we're cooked. I'm like, is that a good thing or a bad thing, right?
Yeah.
It's both. I'm like, how am I supposed to know that? So you can communicate, even though I'm not even that much older. You just tapped in with the culture better, and yeah, you guys are both really solid in your own ways, right? You're great at content structure, creating content, and Ibby's great at really handling all the back end stuff.
Yeah, Chad, let me know how old you think Dylan is. Alright, a bit of a personal question, but what's it like knowing that you're the one that caused us to not be able to order Uber Eats from the business bank account moving forward?
It feels great, man. I'm saving you guys money because now you cook more. Or is that not true? You don't
kinda. I just use my personal money now to order food.
You know they have these things called kitchens?
Yeah?
Yeah, and then you can go to this thing called a grocery store and actually acquire food that you then make in the kitchen.
Heard about that. Is that what you do?
No.
Alright, what else?
How is your hair not moving?
It kinda is. It gets messed up.
I'm like,
you got long ass hair. So far, I think it took us 6 months to go to 100K a month without ever meeting.
Yeah.
So what's that experience been like working with me and Ibrahim?
Yeah, you guys are cool to work with. You come up with great ideas, but there's a good dynamic between all of us, right? We kind of we know what we're gonna do and we handle it, and we've never had issues where it's yo, dog, why aren't you doing your fair thing?
Yeah.
And I definitely think in a lot of partnerships, one of the things to be aware of early on is just knowing that there's always these unseen objectives or unseen biases, things that maybe us going into it, there's these little agendas we have that we're not openly sharing.
Right.
And so it's important in any partnership to address those early and actually truly understand what's the real reason that you're trying to get into a business partnership, right? Because if you aren't upfront about that, you're gonna have these little hidden things. So for us, I think we got it out all pretty early. Hey, this is what I want, this is what you want, and so we're able to just actually operate in our zone of genius and not be pretending or doing stuff we're not supposed to do.
Next question. So we go to 100K a month. pretty cool. Obviously nowhere near satisfied, but what do you think's next for us?
We got to get to 200K a month, and 300K, and 500K, and $1 million. So yeah, I think like realistically, the next like big milestone I say is to go hit $250,000 a month, and then from there we'll go to 500K and $1 million. That's kind of the objective. In order to scale to $250,000 a month, we're gonna have to work hard. Most people, if you want to make 10K a month from home, you can do it like you do, just laying in bed,
just
type
chill.
messages. Yeah. But to get to like make $250,000 a month or 500K a month, it's definitely a lot harder.
Yeah,
Right?
I'd imagine. So I haven't done it yet, so I don't know.
But even 100K, right? Like to make 100K is much harder than to make 10K.
Yeah.
So yeah, if someone wants to make 10K a month from home, you can do that much easier.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely not 100K or $250,000.
Might have forgot to explain what exactly our software company is and what we do. So Dylan, you want to explain real quick what exactly is our software company?
Yeah, so it's called Drop Service. So it's basically a platform that people who want to go and they want to tap into new opportunities of learning, making income online. They can go, they have the education, right? So resources, training, content, as well as tools. So system support, AI, artificial intelligence, related stuff to help it and make it easy for you to go make, online income. There's so much misinformation online about what to do, so many opportunities that exist. If you could just add an extra 3 to 4K a month from home, 5K a month, scale to 10K a month, like for a lot of people, that's life changing. And so what we did at Drop Service is we took all the stuff that we wish we had when we first got started, put it into one platform to make it easy for anyone who wants to start online to actually go ahead and do that.
All right, you heard it there. So yeah, that's the exact product of what we've done, and because it's actually goated, we're able to scale pretty quickly. This is with an anti-guru drives now. No courses paid for this one.
Ow! Fuck. No, your watch digs into my fucking hip every time. It hurts so bad. No, this is what you gotta do. Ring around the rousey. What is going on?
Woo. Back in Chicago was a dope trip to Vegas to meet my multimillionaire partner. I would say going into the trip, I was thinking I was gonna get huge environmental exposure, meaning usually when you meet people like way richer than you or doing way better than you, it almost lights a chair under your ass to get the fuck up and take action and keep improving your life. And I'm not saying that didn't happen, don't get me wrong, but just seeing how my multimillionaire partner lives and the way he views business and life, I wouldn't say like the lifestyle is necessarily anything different than mine. Maybe a couple nicer watches. But the big takeaway I got from meeting him in person is the amount of work and effort he puts in compared to what I'm doing. Like that guy is on meetings all day, every day. He hasn't missed getting up at 3:45 a.m. and working out in a very, very long time. And he's not just running a company with me, he's running multiple companies, all doing 50, 100K, even multiple six-figure months. And it just made me realize like, damn, like I could just continue chilling and doing the bare minimum, only having to work like 1 to 2 hours a day and make some money online. And that's great, and that's what some people's end goal is, but there's like a whole new possibility out there waiting for me to scale to $1 million a month and beyond. And it might take more work, maybe having to work all day, every day. But just seeing how he operates and how he works and his mindset, like homie technically doesn't have to work. Like his investments is making money, his other companies are making a huge amount of money, and like he could technically retire if he wanted to. But he continues to work, not just for the money, but just for the love of the game. And that's just what really stuck out to me is, honestly, lately, I've been kind of going through the motions and getting a little bored not having to really work and still make money. And I think getting back into working hard and working on something fulfilling is the ultimate end goal of life. Not just to make money, yes, that is a byproduct of it, but working hard just for the sake of working hard and the fulfillment that comes with it. Now, that being said, to answer the question as promised at the end of this video, should you have a business partner or not? My answer is, it really all depends. So there's a famous startup accelerator, Y Combinator, and they've invested in startups that are now famous companies like Airbnb, Coinbase, Dropbox, and so much more. And they only invest in companies that have at least 3 business partners, to put that in perspective. And I think the reason being, don't quote me on this, to scale a huge company, we're not talking just like a 100K a month company like me, but to get to like $1 million a month and beyond, it's so complicated. There's so much going on that it's almost impossible for just one founder to do everything. And that's why eventually, when you're trying to get to the big leagues and run a real company and not just like a cash flowing business, but a company that has real equity and a real sellable value, like that's when business partners come into play. So my biggest recommendation, it depends on where you're at in your business right now. If you're a complete ground zero beginner watching this, I honestly recommend don't have a business partner, because quite frankly, you don't have any credibility for a real legitimate business owner to want to partner with you. Like, you're just gonna be partnering with other beginners. And yeah, that might be cool, but at the end of the day, you would be giving up 50% of your money if you actually make this work. And if you look at my story, like, yes, I did have a business partner to get to 100K a month, and now I have a third business partner, multimillionaire, to get to $1 million a month. But at the end of the day, like when I first started, like I got to 10K a month all by myself. And guess what? The beauty about that is now that I made 10K a month all by myself as a beginner, now like if I want a business partner to scale even further, I have way better options to choose from, because I actually have the credibility for legitimate entrepreneurs that actually want to partner with me. So example, let's say I was a complete beginner. Not even my current business partner, Ibrahim, who was at 10K a month as well, he wouldn't even dot an I at me, like if I was a complete scrub. And the only reason why we were able to partner is because we were both making 6 figures online and we were both making 10K a month. And obviously for my third partner, Dylan, the multimillionaire, it wouldn't even cross his mind to partner with us if I didn't already have my audience, if I wasn't already making 100K a month with my own agency. And so obviously that door opened up once I finally established myself. So my biggest recommendation in terms of having a partner is work on yourself first. We're talking actually building and scaling your own legitimate business by yourself. We're talking about building your own audience, get some better high-level connections, get more experience in entrepreneurship. And eventually, if you work on those over and over and over every single day, then guess what? Eventually you're gonna have such strong assets that even these established entrepreneurs making 6, 7, even multiple 7 figures a year, if they see that one of their weaknesses is your strengths, then they would be open to partnering. Exactly like how my first partner, Ibrahim, wasn't I great at client acquisition? I was pretty good at it. Just like how my multi-millionaire partner, Dylan, didn't have the audience, I had the audience. So just keep working on yourself every day on assets that might eventually be your future business partner's weaknesses. And eventually you're gonna find the right business partners for you to scale up and dominate whatever industry you're in. And then in terms of choosing the right business partner, I always recommend make sure that their strengths are your weaknesses and your strengths are their weaknesses. Because if you guys are all good at the same exact things and you guys all suck at the same exact things, you basically just gave up 1/3 or 50% of your money for no reason. So always make sure there's a purpose and a reason behind the partnership. Don't just get into a partnership because you're lonely or like, oh, it'd be so cool to do it with a friend, because you could always make entrepreneur friends outside of your business. Like, trust me, I have so many entrepreneur friends in Chicago that are not business partners for me, but we still bounce ideas and we still collaborate and it's still fucking fun. And most importantly, by the way, make sure you're ready to relinquish control. Like the aspects of business that my other partners have in my software company, from my partner Ibrahim working on the fulfillment and the back end and the actual software itself, to my partner Dylan working on the bigger ideas and the networking and connections, to me building the audience and generating leads. Like, one, we don't overlap. We could go all in with our respective specialties and not be afraid to step on each other's toes. But also number 2 is we don't have to worry or put pressure on ourselves to deal with parts of the business that we're not good at. So example, if I had to do the fulfillment or the back end, or if I had to do the actual connections and networking, I would suck at it. And that would honestly stress me out. But because I have these other 2 partners to focus on that side of the business, then I'm able to do what I do best, which is actually making content, getting leads, and getting customers. But yeah, I know I talked a lot about my software company that I started with my 2 other business partners, but maybe you're still a little confused on what exactly it is and why do people buy it. So if you're interested in a full breakdown of what exactly my software company does, I just made a quick 5-minute video on YouTube breaking down exactly how I made $2 million profit, just text messages on my phone with the same exact software, and how you could do it too, or make like 3 to 4K a month from home if you want. Just check out this video right here and get a pen and paper out because it's gonna go crazy.